Hi, I'm Evelyn, and this is Elissa. Today we're going to be talking to you about plants and ecosystems. Now you might be thinking, what on earth are plants and ecosystems? Well, don't worry, in this video we'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
An ecosystem is a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment.
This basically means that an ecosystem is how living organisms interact with each other and the environment. Every organism has its own role to play in the ecosystem, whether it be the role of a predator or the prey. But what are predators and prey? Predators are animals that eat other animals. This means that they are carnivores. Carnivores are animals which eat meat. Prey are the organisms that get eaten by the predators. Predators are animals like foxes, lions, and tigers. But prey doesn't have to be an animal. It could be a plant or an insect. Both predators and prey fall into an important system called a food chain. This is an example of a food chain. And here's one that me and Elissa drew ourselves. As you can see, water is at the bottom, since all living organisms must have water. Next are plants. Next are small animals like rodents, reptiles, and small birds. Also, farm animals like chickens, pigs, cows, and sheep. The farm animals help us produce things like dairy products and eggs. All these small animals are herbivores, which means they only eat plants and drink water. After farm animals and woodland creatures are predators, like birds of prey, foxes, lions, and other large, meat-eating animals. At the very top of the food chain are humans. We are omnivores, which means we eat all living organisms, including plants and other animals. However, not all humans eat meat. Some people, like Elissa here, are vegetarians. Vegetarians do not eat meat. They only eat bread and dairy products and eggs. There are also pescatarians and vegans. Pescatarians are like vegetarians, but they do eat fish, and vegans don't even eat products produced by animals. Every living organism relies on something to live off. A good food supply is very important. With animals and humans, their food sources are already provided with other living organisms. But plants have to produce their own food. This is called photosynthesis. Plants are producers. This is why they have to go through photosynthesis. However, animals are consumers. They consume food for energy. If it wasn't for insect pollinators, we wouldn't have any plants to eat. This is because insect pollinators pollinate flowers so seeds and fruit can grow and be used as food by other animals. We rely on them so we can grow crops. Hopefully now you understand food chains. A good way of showing food chains in diagrams is by using food webs, like this one. The arrows in food web show how energy is transferred as food from one organism to another. Organisms and the environment. Sometimes poisonous waste can get into an ecosystem because plants at the bottom of the food web absorb the poison. The poison is then passed on to the animals that feed upon them. Because these animals eat lots of plants, they absorb more of the poison. The poison accumulates as it is passed up the food web. This is called bioaccumulation. Eventually, there is enough poison in the animals at the top of the food web to kill them. It is proved that bioaccumulation occurs because there are more organisms at the bottom of a food chain and only a few predators at the top. This forms a pyramid of numbers that means poisons accumulate in greater numbers in the top predators. Variation between organisms. Most living organisms are different from each other. This is called variation. Different species survive in the same ecosystem because they are adapted to survive in different parts of the ecosystem. For example, different parts of the ecosystem are called niches. Fish live in water, so they have gills. Birds fly, so they have wings. Variation means that certain members of a species are more likely to survive when the environment changes. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully now you understand more about plants and ecosystems than you did before. You will now be given a quiz to test how well you were paying attention to the video and how much you really know about plants and ecosystems. The winning team will get a vegetarian-friendly prize to share. Elissa will ask the questions. Please do not use any information you may have to help with your answers to prevent accusations of cheating. We will mark all of them at the end after we've collected them. Good luck, everyone!